Dedicated to talking about all things strange, weird, and paranormal. You're listening to Strange Talk, broadcasting on 1660 AM in Northside, 91.7 FMHG2 WVXU in Cincinnati. We're also streaming at radioartifact.com around the entire planet Earth. The intro track to this episode, and most of our episodes, is the Strange Talk intro by Starsilk. And I am your host, Alyx.
And I am your host, Creature.
Yes.
Happy Halloween, boils and ghouls.
Oh, yeah. You're on top of it.
And skeletons.
Perfect. No notes. I didn't even plan what to say. You were on top of it. Great. So, yeah, we're doing the Halloweens. I don't know what that means, but we're doing call-ins tonight. Although we do have a guest who is here with me, because you already had a ghost story.
I do have a ghost story. Am I muted still? Or?
No, you're unmuted, so just talk into the mic.
Yeah. A long time ago, with some of me and my friends, we went on a big, nice trip through West Virginia, doing the first time I ever went to the Mothman Museum and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And this was at the time I was working overnight, so I was already like, I'm good, ready. I, have all the energy that I need. So I was the one who was driving. I woke up at I just didn't sleep pretty much. And I just drove up to Point Pleasant, then all the way to Weston, West Virginia, to the Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum, where we were going to go ghost hunting.
Mm-hmm.
And I have never been ghost hunting before. I grew up watching so much stuff showing me how to ghost hunt, EVP reports and stuff like that, and all the technology I needed. So I thought I was ready. I was not. So the Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum is the big, scary psychiatric hospital that everyone thinks about, really. It's not Waverly Hills, no TV or anything. But that place was honestly very, very, very spooky. It was 4 floors and it was incredibly dark. No electricity flowing through there except for the bottom floor. Mm-hmm. And we were going floor by floor and just they were giving us the layout and stuff like that and telling us what happened there in the history. This is the men's ward, this is the female ward. Mm-hmm. And we were at the very top, and the hallway in front of me was just pitch black, and I could kind of only see a little bit of light coming in from outside.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked over to my left and I just see this big black void of form leaning casually against the door frame next to me, just kind of relaxing, oh, okay, got my shoulder up and everything. And I screamed. I have never in my life screamed so loudly, so authentically in my entire life. And it was just one of the people that were there with me while we were doing our tour. And I didn't realize it was him, and he was just there.
Yeah.
He was just happened to be standing at that and scared the hell out of me. So, as stupid as it was, that was like one of the scariest moments of my life because I was so ready to see a ghost.
Yeah.
And I finally
And then it was just
did.
a random person who was
guy.
like, hey,
Yeah.
I'm James. What's up?
Yeah. His wife's like, oh my God, you should see him with the lights on. So I did actually end up seeing experiencing a lot of weird stuff there. Highly recommend it if you get to go. It's so spooky. I think they've actually done a lot more work to add on whole tracts of the hospital for tours and stuff now. It has an amazing history. There's actually a good episode of Lore by Aaron Mahnke, if you guys listen to that on.
Yeah, I haven't caught up in a long
hospital.
time.
Yeah, it's been going for years now. So I did see a lot of spooky things there.
Are you all also hearing that door, or am I losing it right now? It sounds like a creaky
yes,
door.
I stepped outside.
Oh, okay. I was like, are we being haunted through the phone?
It's the mundane things that are ultimately the scary.
Yeah, I was just like, I didn't put a soundboard on this one because we've been shown that we cannot be trusted with that.
Happy Halloween, guys.
I'm so sorry.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. Sorry about that.
Oh, you're all good. I was just like, what? I didn't do a soundboard. I know it's not me.
For a split second, I was like, should I not say anything and be like, no, I heard that too.
No, we heard it. Don't worry.
The closest real good ghost story that I got.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool, honestly.
I'm trying to think if I have any good visual ghost stories, because I feel like most of what I've seen has been more like stuff moves that I'm like, I don't know about that. Mm-hmm. I'm not cool with that. But I don't think I've really seen a ghost.
I don't know if I've ever told it on the show, but I have one it was a couple of years ago, but my sister has a house, and when she goes out of town with my brother-in-law to visit his family, she'll ask if I can house sit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's a house with a basement, and the television and all that's in the basement, right?
Yeah.
So I was downstairs watching movies, and I hear, this has to be around 2 a.m. I just hear feet running across the kitchen upstairs.
Yeah.
And I'm a little freaked out because my first thought isn't ghost. My first thought is intruder. Right? And so I go up there, and there's just no one up there. And that was some legitimately unnerving stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm just going to stay awake all night now. Yeah, that's about my only ghost story.
That's what I get a lot of too. I think I've heard a lot of ghosts, and I know that night I heard a lot of weird things.
Yeah, I've heard and not seen the ghost itself, but seen weird things that I'm like, I don't like that. We're not doing that. But it's mostly heard, which I think I'm fine with that. If I see it, I'm gonna feel way worse than if I just hear it, because there's all kinds of weird sound anomalies. I probably have tinnitus.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I'm gonna think on if I've got some more spooky stories. But since it is Halloween,
yeah.
What's everybody's favorite Halloween candy?
Twizzlers.
Twizzlers? Ooh.
I can eat a pound of Twizzlers.
Twizzlers are my road trip snack.
Yeah, absolutely.
Creature.
If I gotta go Halloween candy, this is really spooky for a lot of people, but candy corn and candy pumpkins.
Oh, that is spooky. They're just pure. I mean, they're corn at heart, really.
Aren't we all just corn at heart?
I'm from Ohio, so I actually am.
I wanted to try this candy that apparently just came out that I heard about. It's caramel stuffed marshmallows.
I don't know about
just,
that one.
That seems like a texture nightmare, honestly.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, ugh, texture-wise, I hate that.
Bite into a marshmallow and it's sticky.
I will say, I guess technically my favorite Halloween themed candy is the pumpkin shaped Reese's cups. But I mean, that's
okay,
just
yes, they are superior
Reese's cups
to the normal Reese's cups.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. I think something about the shape gives it the correct chocolate to peanut butter ratio.
I always like the eggs, the Easter egg ones.
Yeah.
Like that's like the perfect size for my mouth.
See, okay. Creature, you weren't here for this, but I was talking earlier about how spoon size matters. Like, it's just a sensory thing. I like to use big spoons. You do not. So people have spoon preferences. It's just a thing. I don't know. Tiny spoons, I'm just like, I don't like. Tiny spoons are for ice cream for me. That's what I associate them with. Which doesn't make any sense at all. I have a weird brain. Which happens.
The best brains are weird.
The best brains are weird.
Well, thankfully, your weird brain is perfect for this format.
I mean, it's not called Strange Talk for nothing.
It's true. What's your favorite candy?
Oh, my favorite candy. As far as getting them, like candy that I only get around Halloween, the fruit flavored Tootsie Rolls. I hate normal Tootsie Rolls, but I love the weird fruit flavor ones that end up at the bottom of your bag on Halloween. And everyone's like, ew, I don't want these. And I was like, give me all of them.
You are my best friend on the playground, honestly. I would give you all of those.
I'll trade you some Twizzlers for them.
Yes, exactly.
It's not that I don't love Twizzlers.
They're basically like taffy, aren't they?
I mean, kind of. At that point, they're like taffy, but they're not going to break your teeth. And I mean, unless they're really stale.
Which I think they've made those since the 70s, so they're probably stale.
They're probably all stale. Yeah, they probably were all made in the 70s.
Are Tootsie Rolls just chocolate taffy?
Okay, I looked this up. They're not even chocolate flavored. They're berry flavored.
What kind of berry?
I don't know. The more I read, the more confused I got. Like, look up what a Tootsie Roll flavor is, and you will regret everything. Actually, I guess I will look it up.
They talk about missing the mark on what a berry is.
I mean,
neither berry nor chocolate Tootsie Roll.
Oh, come on.
It sounds like a Lovecraftian nightmare.
No.
Neither berry nor chocolate.
What is the original one? It's trying to give me all the like actual fruit flavors. And I'm like, no. What did they create? What abomination have they set upon us?
What aberration into our reality?
Okay, this one's saying it is cocoa flavored, but what I was reading was saying that it was not and that they messed up. Yeah, a perfectly balanced cocoa taste lined with a subtle fruit flavored undertone. Tootsie Roll. Answer to the people.
Just not a specific fruit, just fruit.
Yeah, just vaguely fruit flavored. I mean, I don't know. They tried, I guess. It exists. Yeah.
You know, the only time I ever crave a Tootsie Roll is when they're just around and no one's eating them, and I'm like, I guess I'll eat a Tootsie Roll.
You're like, well, I guess so.
Are you guys excited for tonight, since it's Halloween night?
Yeah. Actually, yeah, that's another good question. What are you all dressing up as for Halloween?
I am doing Alice from Alice in Wonderland.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Like the original Alice?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, not the
American
video game.
That's why
I'm glad
everyone
you
was wanting
immediately
me to do that.
Yeah.
that's very me.
That's next year.
Yes. I was actually wanting to say that.
Yeah. Everyone's gonna be like, what are you gonna be next year? And you're like, Alice. And they're like, again? And you're like, no. Different Alice.
There's
Different
so many
Alice.
Alices.
There's so many. Alice from Twilight. That's the only other Alice I can think of right now. Oh, God.
All right.
Yep. No, they're Alice's.
Well, I'm probably gonna go as a skeleton because
Classic.
I have the stuff to dress up as a skeleton.
That's pretty
I don't
good.
know if you guys can hear this, but there are coyotes and dogs howling in the background, so I apologize if that picks up, but it is pretty spooky.
Oh, it's not picking up, and I so regret that it is. I didn't even do a soundboard. I don't remember what sounds are programmed in here, and well...
You know what? What if I'm out here with the dog man of Bullitt County?
Okay, so this board comes pre-programmed with sounds, and so the only sounds that I have available are applause, which I'm not going to hit because it doesn't end. It goes on forever. Or I have rim shot, the dun-ch, or sad trombone.
Yeah.
Womp, 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 womp.
Yeah. Actually, here. There we go. Yeah. I've just never replaced them on there, so they've just been hanging out at the bottom of the board, just waiting. There's so many moments that I'm sure I could have hit that button and have not. So, you're welcome for the restraint.
This isn't like a morning talk show or anything like that. See, this is a higher caliber.
It's higher caliber.
Show.
You make me want to hit the applause button so bad, but it literally does not stop. It would just go for the rest of the show, and we would just kind of have to live with that.
Aren't we deserving of constant applause?
Alyx will vouch for Alyx will vouch for me that at one point I said we should try a morning zoo, a strange talk, just to see how that goes.
A morning what?
A morning zoo.
Oh, like yeah, gotcha. All I heard was morning and went, oh God, you don't want strange talk in the morning. It wouldn't go well. It wouldn't be able to be aired. I am not a morning person. The FCC would find me specifically.
we have like the strange talk T-shirt cannon, and it's like, hey, welcome to Strange Talk, your place for strange radio.
Since that's the only one I got right now. Oh wait, I guess I do get the. Hey. Creature, I just realized, can you even hear that?
I cannot.
I forgot that the sounds only go one way. Oh, that's even better. You don't know what sound effects I'm hitting. It's magic.
I do not. I'm assuming it was sad trombone.
It was that followed by rim shot. I feel like, especially talking about the soundboard, this should be unsurprising now. I have a clown costume for Halloween that I'm debating on if I should put it on or not.
Do it. I'll be there.
Oh, 100%.
That's true.
100%.
You're here now, and it's Halloween. What I'm saying is, threaten me to put it on.
Transforming into a clown.
I'm just putting on the little hat right now and my little clown shoes.
Is it scary clown or is it like sexy clown? Because I've seen a lot of that this year too.
I don't think it's either. I think it's just
just
scary, sexy clown.
It's like a Pierrot clown. It's like all black and white, so it's not particularly scary, but I can make it scary.
It's dramatic. I love for that. People are going to ask you if you're Art the Clown, though, from Terrifier.
Oh, you're right.
You're going to get a lot of that.
Maybe I shouldn't wear that then. When we were at Scarefest, we talked about that last episode, so we're not going to talk about it again. But one of the things that we didn't mention while we were there, though, there were so many people dressed as Art the Clown. And at one point, because they all had the little honka honka, they started playing Marco Polo with their little honka honka, like Marco Poloing around all of the Art the Clowns. It was kind of amazing. So that is the one bit of Scarefest that I forgot to mention. And I mostly have my voice back from that. Oh my gosh, I talk so much. And I did not ever want to talk to another person again after that. But we're here. We're doing it. I don't know if the radio show counts as talking to another person. It's just,
I don't think it does.
It's kind of like talking to myself, it feels like sometimes. It's not the same pressure as talking to, I don't know, a person. I don't know how to explain that. It makes sense to me.
I think we met a fan, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. I don't remember if I talked about it or not. We met a couple people. I think, she said her name was Lenore at Scarefest, which was really cool. And then Oktoberfest.
What an appropriate name for tonight.
Right. And at Oktoberfest, I met Elizabeth and her mom, who apparently both listen in. So hello to you both. I think that is so cute. I think I kind of touched on this, but like, I don't always hear from people who listen to the show. So when people tell me they listen to it, it's really cool, because making the show half the time feels like I am yelling into the void, stuffing it in a bottle, and then throwing it in the ocean. And I don't know what happens to it. It's just out there, and it is not my problem anymore. But it's kind of nice for people to be like, hey, I found your bottle that you threw in the ocean. I'm like, oh, sick. I was wondering what happened to that. So it's actually like really nice to hear from people who listen to the show and are like, oh yeah, I listened to that with my mom, which is the sweetest thing. I'm going to cry. Oh.
Yeah.
That was a big thing for me and my mom, really actually.
Sweet. Yeah.
Yeah, we would like, she told me about Coast to Coast.
Really?
I was very little, and we would hang out in her car. I don't know why her car. I don't know.
It has the best radio reception, honestly.
I guess so.
Because you're moving around.
And it was 2 a.m.
Yes.
And I still remember that it had, because of the time difference and stuff. At 2 a.m. we'd go out to my mom's car and we'd listen to Coast to Coast.
Yep.
So
that's part of why they started it. I think they started it like at 11 p.m. So that way all across the coast, they would be getting it in the middle of the night to make it extra like spooky. Which it was never actually meant to be like a spooky show. It's just a talk show that happened to be like, well, what's out there? And the answer is aliens and ghosts and weird stuff that we can't explain.
Holes that just don't end.
Mel's hole is so classic. I wonder what Mel's up to now. I'm sure I can look that up, but part of me doesn't want to ruin the mystery.
Exactly.
He might be in the hole for all we know.
I hope so.
So now that Coast to Coast is over,
what's not
you
over?
Listen to us with your mom. Is it not?
No, George Nori took over. Or Snorri, as the people call him.
Snorri, yeah. There's that one.
But now that you no longer listen to Coast, do you listen to us with your mom in the car?
I don't talk to my mom right now, but I she is aware. She knows of Strange Talk.
Your mom's aware of us, and that's all that counts.
So I listen. She might.
I don't know. If she's listening, I don't know. Maybe she'll end up emailing us, and I'll be like,
"Hi, Mom.
Hey,
don't text me."
Yeah, don't do it.
Don't do it.
We're explicitly asking you not to. It'd be kind of rude to do that after we asked you not to.
It'd be too spooky. Tonight's the night for it.
Yeah. Happy Halloween. You deserve a treat, and that is your mom not texting you.
Or it could be a trick.
Oh, no. That's true.
I remember thinking that was sacrosanct as a kid. Like, you actually had to, like,
you had to pick.
You had to trick or somebody.
Yeah. You had to pick, too. Like, it wasn't like you go trick or treating. No, you went up and you hoped that everyone gave you a treat. You hoped that they didn't trick you. Mm-hmm. But then there were some houses where it was trick and treat. Those ones were my favorite, where it was usually some teenager was like hiding behind some bushes that you didn't see him. And so you'd like get your candy and then they'd jump out and scare the ever-loving God out of you. It was great.
Or the werewolf guy that just sits perfectly still on the bench in front.
Perfect.
And then lunges at you when you reach for the candy. Love that.
So perfect. Halloween's just a perfect holiday.
It's true.
It really is.
I mean, it's getting to be less cool, but I mean, we can make it cool again.
I personally, I say ban trunk or treat.
I think that makes it so boring. I don't know.
Trunk or treat should be reserved for like rural kids whose nearest neighbor is like 10 miles away. That's when you do trunk or treat.
Yeah, well, because I think trunk or treat, you're just meeting other parents who also have kids instead of getting to meet your like actual neighbors, like the nice old lady down the way who may or may not be a witch, but like doesn't have a lot of friends or family and really enjoys kids coming trick-or-treating because that's when she gets to interact with people. Things like that. You get to actually meet your neighbors and not just the ones that are parents with kids. I don't know. I think that's part of why Halloween's a cool holiday. It's a community event.
Exactly. It's the only holiday that's really based around the community, not around your family.
Not around your family. And that's why I don't like trunk or treat. It bases it around your family. It should be about your community.
Everyone's just so worried and scared nowadays, I guess. Of the razor blades in your candy.
Which is funny because all that stuff happened, like all the rumors of that happened back in the day. And all of it was some parent was trying to murder their kid.
Yeah.
And that was the only instance of it. But now it has become this big thing and everyone's afraid of it. I will say, I partially get it. It's definitely parents perpetuate that so that way they can look through your candy first and take what they want. I understand that is the main reason that I think that gets perpetuated is they're like, now Timmy, I got to make sure there's no razor blades in your Tootsie Rolls that are cocoa and fruit flavored.
There was just something of a ritual about Halloween, though. Like, everyone agreed, we're going to make our houses look scary.
Yeah.
You're going to come over. The scarier the house, the better the candy.
Oh, absolutely. Because they cared.
They did care. And fun sizes were actually fun, too. I not to be old about it, but Snickers fun size bars have gotten smaller.
Yeah, they have. Well, and then there was always the one house that gave out the king size candy bars, and they were legends in your neighborhood. And there was always the one neighbor that would give you like a toothbrush, and you're like, okay, thanks.
I get it.
In retrospect, I actually do appreciate you. Thank you.
I don't know. I don't think we can describe that neighbor on the radio, but you know.
Again, in retrospect, I do actually appreciate the toothbrush. I did not at the time, and I was a fool. It was like when you were a kid and someone gives you socks, and you're like, oh, socks. Now as an adult, I'm like, oh, socks. My socks always go missing. Why are they always missing? But yeah, no, like you said, like you get to go out in your community, you walk around. You get all your candy. So you go with your friends and or sometimes the siblings or sometimes your parents, depending, or sometimes just by yourself. If your parents are like, whatever, it's the 90s, go, please don't die, whatever. You remember back in the day when they had to be like, it's 10 o'clock. Are your kids at home? And like parents were all like, oh God, I've been watching TV for 3 hours. And So yeah, you got to like, it was a taste of freedom a little bit. Yeah. Unless, you had to go with your sibling. You got to meet all your neighbors. You got all this candy. And then the ritual of it for us afterwards was we would always go back to somebody's house afterwards and we would sort through all of our candy and trade all the good stuff while telling ghost stories. And that was the most fun part to me was we have all this candy. Now we're all hyped up. We're going to stay up all night telling ghost stories. And it was so much fun. And also, like, usually somebody would order pizza because it was like, okay, you can't eat just sugar for dinner. I remember the neighborhood that I grew up in. Technically, I was outside the neighborhood, but they claimed me as one of their own. There was this one house there that was always the house that we'd all go to, afterwards, after trick-or-treating. And they'd have a big Halloween party. And we would do you remember those games where you would lie on the floor? And they would like take you through a story. And I remember there was two of them that I remember. One was it was talking about how, cut your body open and pack it full of sand. And cut your other arm open and pack it full of sand. And so at the end of the story, they'd be like, okay, now try to get up. And you'd try to get up and you couldn't. And so because the story was like, oh, your body's full of sand. Like you were a sandman now. It was really just, you've been lying on the floor, not moving for like a good 20 to 30 minutes. Your body is just asleep. But the other one that actually really freaked me out was one called Cat Scratches, where they would go through this whole thing. And I don't remember the whole story now, but basically there was a black cat, and in the story it scratches you. And so at the end of this game, you'd be laying flat on the floor, and you'd roll over and lift up your shirt, and then they would count the number of cat scratches on your back. And there was always scratches on the person's back. And I'm trying to think, like in retrospect, it had to be like the wrinkles from your clothes or something. But that freaked me out as a kid. It like absolutely freaked me out.
That is so bizarre.
Yeah, we kind of did the light as a feather, stiff as a board stuff, but it was mostly stuff like that. Yeah. Did you all have any like fun, weird rituals like that? Or were we just really weird?
No, I never did anything like that, honestly.
Me and the guys, we used to, when we go out trick-or-treating, there was a abandoned store that we would hang out in during the year.
Mm-hmm.
But, so it wasn't weird to just go into this place just because whoever owned it just didn't care about the lease or couldn't lease it out. But we'd, there's like 3 or 4 years in a row where we go trick-or-treating and then go hang out in there till like midnight, just telling, I guess we told ghost stories and spooky stories, but nothing, probably nothing as well thought out or creative as what you did.
Well, I didn't make these up. These were like things that were like passed down. Let me look it up.
Some scary stories to tell in the dark type rituals.
Oh, my mom was the one who did those.
Because I know, here's another little side spooky story. If either of you are familiar with the one-man hide-and-seek creepypasta, where you have to like get a teddy bear, you take out the fluffing, and you put in rice. And you have to sew it up with red thread. You put it in, I'm trying to remember the exact thing. It's one of those creepypastas that's like step 1, this, step 2, that. And you have to like turn on a TV fuzzy channel, which I don't even think you can do anymore.
Yeah.
So you can hear the weird voices come through.
Yeah.
And this doll apparently will chase you through your house and play hide and seek with you. So I was not there for that, but I was there the next day when my ex came over and was ranting to me about it and telling me that she needed to burn this doll because it had chased her all through her house last night. And that doll was pretty spooky.
Yeah.
Honestly. So I had a fire pit in the back of my house and we had to burn this rice bear. She was
burn the
literally
rice
traumatized.
bear.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
Not a euphemism.
It does sound like some weird, like, sometimes you gotta burn the rice bear, you know what I'm saying?
Wait.
So I did look it up and I found, I don't remember if this was the exact story we had, because obviously they're kind of regional, but I do have the cat scratch story if you all want me to read it.
Oh,
It says, so when you're playing this game, so you have the one person sit and then the other person sits and their head is sitting in your lap and you kind of rub their temples while you do this. So imagine that you are laying in someone's lap and they're rubbing your temples, kind of like you would pet a cat. And it says, you are walking through a dark alley late at night. You are the only one there. The ground is slick with rain and the alley is filled with garbage cans and litter. But then you hear something, of movement in the garbage cans. You pick up your pace. You want to get out of the alley fast, but then you see something. Red eyes, glowing red cat eyes. They are the eyes of an enormous cat. You run, but the cat chases and jumps on you. It scratches you 1, 2, 3. Cat scratch, cat scratch, cat scratch. And that's when you're supposed to roll the person over and see how many cat scratches they have on their back.
Spooky.
And they're like, we would always be like, oh, you want to get the most cat scratches? Not that there was any way to like really control that, but I always thought that was fun. And my gosh, why are children's games so creepy? Because the website that I found this on was like, yeah, these are like the games that kids play at party, like Ouija and Bloody Mary and Cat Scratch. And so this one is sort of like light as a feather, stiff as a board. They theorize that it's like a sort of form of group hypnosis. But like as a kid, I never could figure out why you had the marks on the back because they wouldn't hurt. They were just there. But I'm thinking now and I'm like, oh, it's probably like clothes wrinkles. But it's interesting. I wonder if I can find the Sandman one.
And that's like a thing that continues today because I know there was that Charlie thing like maybe 5-6 years ago that kids were doing where you put like 2 pencils over each other and that is like divining answers somehow.
Yeah. Because it is kind of like dowsing, kind of. Yeah.
Kids are spooky. That's just what we do. When you're a kid, you just make up weird, spooky games.
Yeah. I found on WikiHow. Let me see if this is the Sandman one.
That's on WikiHow.
I love that there's pictures for this. So it says, choose 2 players to be the sleeper and the storyteller. Oh, yeah. So obviously you have to have the lights off for all of these or else it doesn't count. Oh, hold on. We have a call in. Hold on. I will read this after this.
Okay.
Hello, you're on with Strange Talk.
What's up, creeps?
Hi.
Hey.
How are you doing?
Hi, how's it going?
Pretty good. How about you?
I'm doing
Good.
fantastic.
We were just talking about the creepy rituals that kids do. Did you ever play the Sandman game?
I did not. I would say I had a very sheltered existence.
Our neighborhood was full of menaces, unfortunately, / fortunately for me.
Wow.
But yes, do you have a ghost story for us?
I do, because as you know, I was a paranormal investigator in Washington State for a long time before I moved out here to Ohio. And we decided to do an investigation based off of some claims that were happening at Green Lake Park in Green Lake, I'll say Seattle / Washington.
Yeah.
It's not quite in the heart of Seattle. So the claims that were there, were because of Sylvia Gaines was murdered in that park.
Wow.
And they had found her in a position that claimed, maybe something had happened to her, maybe she had been sexually assaulted, what happened to her. And all these years had gone by after this grisly murder, it made all the papers, and people were now seeing and having encounters with a potential female spirit in this park that was wandering around the lake, and these claims had been happening for years. So that was one thing that we had read about, perhaps a restless spirit. We hadn't really read too far into why, why were we being haunted and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But that for sure, the female spirit kept popping up. People kept talking about it.
Huh.
So that was, we were like, well, let's read into it. So it turns out, in June 17th, 1926, a kind of a carpenter checking the end of the park had made a grisly discovery of this woman left near the park. She was nearly naked. She was sprawled out, like I mentioned, in a very, not so good position. They found a bloodied rock near her, and, she had a severe head wound.
Yeah.
And it turns out that the father was the first person that they fingered for this murder.
Uh-huh.
They may have had an incestuous relationship, and one night, potentially, a fight broke off, and they were potentially in the park. They were, of course, you can't prove these things in the 20s. There's no security cameras. There's no nothing.
Forensics isn't what it is now. So we
decided, it is just, it is whatever you see now. And we decided to go there kind of at the typical time, at night, kind of where dusk is happening. We had brought these kind of hand radios, so like walkie-talkies, but kind of a step up. We had our other equipment with us, detecting any sort of electromagnetic field. We were just asking all the questions. We knew the names before we went, kind of just seeing if we could get some sort of back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a typical evening. Nothing crazy happened other than a little bit of maybe a little EMF here or there. And we thought, we should just call it quits.
Mm-hmm.
And we had one person on one end of the pond and another person on the other end. And all of a sudden, our radios pop off for no reason. We're not talking to one another. We're just kind of gathering our things, and we hear a transatlantic voice come through the walkie-talkies. And of course, you're looking at each other. You're like, "Who's talking? What is this?" And you hear a man's voice that potentially he sounds like he's saying, he says, you've caught me in a rut. And then
Wow.
you hear, you made me lie. And you just imagine him with like slick back, undercut hair, and he's just with the wild eyes and everything.
Huh.
And then you hear a woman's voice say, Bob. And we're like, what is going on? There's no way this could be any sort of, I'll say semi-truck or people who talks in a transatlantic accent during this time frame. And it just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
So it turns out the dad's name was Bob.
Wow.
Mhm.
And it was Wallace. I had to dig a little deeper. Wallace Cloyce Gaines, but he also went by Bob.
Uh-huh.
And because we believe that in a drunken stupor, they suspected that he had done this to her, that he had hit her over the rock. So we think she went into the water at one point, like running into the water to try and get away. And then she ran down the edge of the pond and then came back out. And that's when it happened.
Oh, wow.
And we went back and looked at our time and when all this happened, and it was the suspected exact time of when they believe she was murdered.
Wow. That's super spooky.
Yeah, and this you can hear that we obviously kept the recording because we had our audio recorders going, we had our video recorders going.
Yeah.
But it's night, so you can't see a whole lot. And we have that on our episode so that people can listen to it.
Yes, which, by the way, would you like to mention where people can listen to that episode?
Oh, of course. So Creepy Confidential, at Creepy Confidential YouTube, it's the Sylvia Gaines episode at the very end. We play those audio samples, and you can imagine them happening at the time of the murder.
Yes, definitely check that out. It will make that story even spookier.
Yep, you can kind of listen to the whole story, read the whole story. But it made all of our hair stand up. We couldn't, as soon as we heard the voices, and we were able to determine that this was not anything around us.
I don't know why, for some reason, it always makes it, like, when you just hear, like, a ghost voice, and it's just a normal voice, you're like, okay. But when you hear one that has, like, a different accent from a different time, it makes it creepier, and I don't know why.
Yeah, because people don't talk, we just don't talk that way. We don't have that. This is like
we have our version
period.
of that.
Yes, all ghosts used to be mobsters.
Yeah, I mean it's crazy because it makes sense. They were traveling more. We were starting to kind of get, I'll say, immigrants that were moving up in the world. They weren't just all suffering and really struggling. They started to have higher paying jobs, and but they weren't necessarily first generation here. So they still had just a smidgy of something.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But that was our crazy story.
Yeah, that is
as brief as it may be.
Pretty wild. And I mean, it is a great
cool.
brief story. Quick question for you.
I definitely found out, there was more. I had lived in that area for a long time, and it was really interesting to find out all of the little things that leading up to this. It kind of makes you go like, why was she with him? Why were they having an affair? What about the wife?
Yeah.
It's drama.
Yeah. And then you hear a ghost.
Yeah, right.
We've been asking everyone tonight what their favorite Halloween candy is and what your Halloween costume is, by the way.
Oh, well, we love that. Mm-hmm. So my favorite candy is peanut butter, the Reese peanut butter cups. Those are my favorite.
Perfect.
You can bite a little or take the whole thing. It's like a choose your own adventure. And my costume this year is going to be a vampire queen.
Yes.
And of course, that's my favorite time of year. I will be out with the trick-or-treaters, handing out candy, hoping to scare them.
Yes, that's what we were talking about earlier. Is we miss the days of good old trick-or-treating. Like, trunk or treat has its time and place, but you don't get to meet your neighbors that way.
Oh yeah. Yep. And now I've been doing it for a couple years, and now I think they look forward to it. Because
Yes.
I acted in haunted houses and built haunted houses, attractions back in the day.
Mhm.
So I take it very seriously.
As you should. As you should. A few of our neighbors already decorated, and they've done it pretty big. And I'm like, okay, I know now that I have to step it up next year. I just had to make sure, because I just moved. I was like, I just got to make sure that they're not going to get weird about this.
Got to feel it out.
Yeah, no, exactly. But there's 2 other houses in our neighborhood that are they really did it up. One has the 12-foot skeleton and it glows. And I'm like, all right,
man,
well,
I've seen some of those, but they never glow. That's awesome.
they must have done it themselves. Their whole
love
back
it.
patio is also decorated in Halloween. And I'm just like, I want to be friends with this person. So
See, that's how you make friends with
You're
your
like,
kids.
Exactly.
hey, I need to know the inner workings. How did they do this?
yeah,
But-
and can we
But the
coordinate
second part
next
is
year?
They are part of your tribe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. If we can get the whole neighborhood in on a theme, everybody pick a different scary movie and you're doing that scary movie, that'd be awesome.
That'd be incredible. And just have go from
Yep.
house to house to house to house.
Yes.
Oh, that'd be such a journey for the kids.
Yes.
I would love that.
It'd be so fun. So fun.
Yeah, and I've done I'll say safe costumes where they're not gory,
Mm-hmm.
and I still build them from head to toe. I build characters, and that's who I go with.
Yeah.
But this year we're turning up the volume. I've been watching my traditional vampire movies, and I was like, no, we're gonna scare them this year.
Yes.
Full gore, for blood, everything.
Yes. See, those
Yeah.
are always my favorite houses as a kid.
Oh yeah. I'm like, should I put a little those little beauty fans? Should I put it in front of my face so I don't scare the littles? And I'm like, nah.
You can always have it
I
on
tried
hand.
to scare them last year. I tried to scare them last year, and I did it was basically a ghost bride, but I made the whole thing. Yeah, my eye had a contact in one eye. I dyed the whole thing. I was head to toe.
That's
Handing
awesome.
out candy to these little tiny kids. All they cared about was the fact that something was wrong with my eye. Not scared at all.
They were like, okay, listen, you look cool, but is your eye okay?
Yeah, do you need a doctor?
Oh, that's
I was like,
sweet.
aw, from the mouth of babe.
Oh.
It was so cute. You're supposed to be scared. Dang it.
Children say the
The older
nicest
ones that were
and the weirdest
not having
things.
it.
That person has pink eye, mommy.
Oh, no.
And they were little. They were probably I'll say between 3 and 4 feet tall. They were tiny. And they're in their little, Belle Disney costume with their little veil and everything. No, that's all they don't, and they just stare at the one eye, not both my eyes.
Yeah, they're
And
only
I'm
looking
thinking,
at the
are my
one.
eyes crooked again?
Gosh. That's amazing.
That's so cute.
Yeah, that's the middle age. As soon as they go above 10,
Yeah.
they're terrified of everything. They've had some time to get that life trauma in them. The little ones are
Accurate.
like, all I care about is my fruit roll up. You're not real.
Yeah. That's how I feel about a lot of life. I'm like, listen, I got some fruit roll-ups.
Yeah, that's all I care about. I'm not afraid of anything else. All I need is my
No fear,
My
only
little
fruit
fruit
roll-ups. Now I want to get fruit roll-ups.
That does sound good.
It does sound good.
I know, they're delicious. Oh my gosh, I did that to another friend of mine today. I was talking about Halloween candy. She's like, now I have to go buy 3 bags just for me.
Ah, yes. I've
Wait
got
until they're on sale.
I have
Always buy
Scooby-Doo
a
fruit
bag for
snacks
yourself.
downstairs. You always
Ooh,
have
that
to buy a
sounds
bag
bomb.
for yourself.
Are they Halloween or are they just regular?
I think they're regular, but I think Scooby-Doo counts as Halloween.
I mean, it's
Oh,
their
yeah.
time of year. Go for it.
Yeah, and also they're pretty tasty, so.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Scooby
thank you
snacks.
for taking my phone call.
Yeah,
I'm very
thanks so much
excited
for calling in. We'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much.
Happy Halloween.
Happy
thank
Halloween.
you.
Not a problem. Have a great night.
Yeah, you too.
You too. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. Bye.
Bye. There we go. Awesome. Yeah.
Have you
That's fun.
been picking up any of the cars driving past me?
No, I haven't.
Okay, good.
Are these the coyotes you were talking about earlier driving past now? They're mobile?
They've stolen cars and they're driving away.
That is amazing.
It was really cool. While she was telling that story, the animal started howling really intensely.
Ooh.
It was pretty. I've had a pretty good soundtrack this evening.
Well, we've got our own soundtrack here that you can't hear since the audio does not go both ways with that. And I have the Sandman game still pulled up on WikiHow, which I think is so funny that's on there because there's pictures. So yeah, Sandman, how you play this one, you just straight lay in the center. One person's the storyteller. And then if you have more people that are like part of this game that aren't those two, you just sit in a circle around this person. So how we were talking about earlier, how people watching you sleep is really creepy. Ew. Well, I guess you're not asleep, but yeah. So the funny thing is on this one, there is not a set story written down. The sleeper, or the storyteller just makes up a story about how the sleeper died. So the details are fully up to you.
Ooh, it's an improv exercise.
It's an improv exercise.
It's a zip zap zop.
Yeah. So yeah, in the story,
You think of all
the
improv.
sleeper dies, and then you're slowly sliced open and filled with sand. So we would always do and you cut it open and pack it full of sand, and then you sew it back up. And they would do that on each thing, and you'd slowly do it on each thing. While you're the sleeper, you just chill. So then obviously at the end of that, they're like, all right, now you got to stand up. And supposedly if you don't stand up fast enough, you get possessed by the Sandman. Ooh. Ooh. But yeah. Oh, they do have scary story examples down here.
Yes. Oh, let's go.
All right, let's read the first one.
Nice.
A man chased you in the woods. Boom, you tripped over a rock and broke your ankle. The man caught up to you and pulled out a knife. He ran it across your ankles and then sliced them open. He filled them with sand.
Huh?
He ran his knife across your arms and sliced them open, and he filled them with sand. You tried to escape, but your body was too heavy. Finally, he slit your throat so you couldn't scream and stitched you back up. That one did not have as many details. We went really detailed because you really want the body to fall asleep. Oh, there's 3 examples here. Okay, I'll read the other 2. You were walking down the street when someone ran up behind you and knocked you out. When you woke up, you couldn't identify your surroundings, but you heard footsteps running towards you. It was a man with a knife. Always a man with a knife. He came closer, sliced your shoulders, and filled them with sand. He slid his knife across your legs and sliced them open. He filled them with sand. He finally ran the blade across your neck and sliced your throat, and he filled it with sand and stitched you up. We went way too in detail. And then the last one on here is, there was once a woman who lived in a quiet neighborhood. She had no idea she was being watched from afar. The Sandman followed her every move, waiting for the opportunity to strike. One day, the woman forgot to lock her front door, so the Sandman snuck into her apartment with a knife. He sliced her legs open and filled them with sand. She began to scream, so he taped her mouth shut. He sliced her arms and filled them with sand. He finally slid his knife across her face and sliced her throat, and he filled it with sand. And I like that it specifies you're supposed to lightly pat instead of just like twat.
Smacking your friend.
Yeah. No, we would really go through it all, because we would always use the specific wording like, yeah, and he cut open your arm and he packed it full of sand. It was always packed full of sand was the way we always phrased it. So maybe that's a regional Ohio thing, Southern Ohio. But very fun. And yeah, of course you couldn't get up afterwards. Your body was basically asleep from laying on the floor for 20 minutes not moving while you're listening to your friend talk about how you got murdered. Isn't Halloween fun?
As happened.
Oh. Storytellers of assault too.
Truly. Yeah, I don't remember that one ever being like a set story every time, so I think we did improv. So I feel like I need to have a sleepover now and play this game again.
I really want to.
We're gonna do Strange Shock sleepover. Not tonight, but like soon.
Hell yeah.
I super want to play
That
this.
sounds pretty fun.
Yeah. No, that sounds great. We are hitting the top of the hour here in just a minute. Is there anything else about Halloween that you all wanted to talk about? We got 6 minutes-ish.
I guess I'll say it is not to be a bummer, but it is. I believe a lot of black cats get harmed on Halloween night.
They do, or in the season leading up to that.
So, if any of you out there in Radio Land want to take in a black cat for the night, tonight would be the night to do that.
It would be the night to do that. It's better to not leave them out. Halloween is about treating and tricking, unfortunately. Some children hurt animals, and some, messed up adults too. People are messed up sometimes.
And as much as we love monsters here on Strange Talk, we don't like that kind of monster.
We like the fun monsters that will terrorize a community, not that will hurt animals that didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah.
What did you have?
Sorry for that weird tangent, but that popped in my head.
No, that's fair. I saw a black cat today in the neighborhood.
Yeah, just Halloween is a spooky, scary, fun time. If you graduate from trick-or-treating and you're having parties and stuff like that, good, awesome.
Keep it alive.
Remember Randy's rules. Never say you'll be back because you won't be back.
You will never be back.
But more importantly, look, if you're partying, if you're doing something silly, if you're playing with chemicals, just Uber.
Yes. Yeah.
Uber, brush your teeth.
Yes.
Happy Halloween.
I'm pretty sure we can sign off on that note. We can sign off. I'm going to say happy Halloween first. Happy Halloween, everyone. I hope you got all the candy you desired. Do you have an evil laugh for us? That's not my evil laugh. That one just got me.
That sounded so real. That sounded like an evil X laugh. I think I've actually heard that laugh before.
I want to try to do one now, but it's not coming to me. That got me. Anyway.
To be fair, that's kind of close to my normal laugh, to be fair.
It's not coming to me right now. Anyway, happy Halloween. We're going to sign off from Strange Talk. Good night.
And good luck.
Perhaps I could put up a fight. It came in the night.